So far in the NEL, we've gotten a further look at PXG, and we see that Rin is leading the helm for that team, but where is Shidou at? Many assumed he didn't play, but Shidou's value is now at 25 million, which is 5 million more than his first match against Ubers when he scored a goal. It makes you wonder what happened to Shidou and why his value is not so high after the second match, whereas Rin is on a completely different level. I thought that Rin and Shidou would be going neck and neck again for first and second to compete, but Shidou is far behind now. Today we're going to go over some theories on why Shidou hasn't been playing up the standard and how come his value is so low. Many new players have now entered the board, gaining over 8 million, which is more than what Shidou gained in the match against Manshine. This is extremely disappointing and makes you question what is happening. Nonetheless, it will be a tough matchup between PXG and Moon Chen, and I'm sure KiiNGKhyy is still awaiting for his turn of revenge against Shidou, so it doesn't help if he isn't playing well currently. One of my theories for Shidou is that maybe Rin is just better. Rin scored 2 goals in his NEL debut and now a hat trick in his second match. Rin could just be so overwhelmingly good that Shidou couldn't do anything with the ball to gain value. I'm not too high on this because Rin is playing outstanding, but we didn't see the whole Manshine match, so maybe Shidou was easier to stop, but Rin just destroyed everyone. If this is the case, then it makes sense why Shidou didn't garner any value. The same case could be made for KiiNGKhyy in the Ubers match, as he is still a good player, but couldn't do anything in the Ubers match, and was basically invisible the whole game. If this happened to Shidou, I'm sure he can bounce back to score goals again. With Rin's new Destroyer playstyle, it makes you wonder if he's also been devouring Shidou this whole time, making everyone around him ineffective, including his teammates. New players on PSG like Zantetsu and Nanase got some value, but we can assume this value is probably due to their defense. Rin could be single-handedly taking over the team with help from no one, and that is why Shidou's value didn't go up, because he didn't have a chance to do anything this game. It's still a mystery though, because Shidou was always able to keep up with Rin for most of Blue Lock, and for him to now be reduced to this raises a cause for concern. Another theory could be that PXG's playstyle doesn't help Shidou. Shidou is someone that plays on instinct and is basically him versus everyone else. This time though, he's playing on a team with Rin and possibly a new Gen 11. He can't just do whatever he wants anymore, and PXG's system could be similar to Moon Chen's system of 2 kings. In Rin's last goal against Ubers, it looks like Shidou is trying to catch up to Rin and get to the ball, similar to Kaiser going after Asagi in the Ubers match, but eventually both characters scored, stopping the latter from getting the ball. If PXG's system is like this, then Rin is simply dominating the spot to be PXG's king. Also, Shidou looked really good when he linked up with a midfielder like Sae. There won't be any midfielders like Sai in the NEL, but it still helped a lot. Maybe because Kars was the new midfielder, it doesn't help Shidou's case, as the team's philosophy could be to go to Rin. Either way, for Shidou, he hasn't been able to generate enough value, and we have seen him express his frustrations on not being able to leave a mark on the world before. Shidou's always strived for being the best, so why is he doing so bad currently? What could be the biggest reason for his decline in this game? I also think that maybe Loki didn't have him in long or benched him. If Shidou got benched, it could essentially be for a case like Baro, where he chose not to link up with the team and help them win. I still don't fully believe this though, because I think PXG's team is a chaotic mess, just like Moon Chen, that has great offensive power to take on anyone despite their lack of teamwork. If Loki benched him, it could have been for a certain reasoning. Maybe he got injured and had to leave early. Maybe the formation with him didn't work against Manshine. Maybe he went overboard and didn't listen to the rules Loki was telling him, which caused him to be subbed out. There's no reason why Nanase and Zantetsu should be getting a higher value in one game than Shidou. Makes no sense to this, as he is a way better player than them. If he was benched, then okay, because his value only went up 5 million. He cannot be benched for Moon Chen because he has to go against KiiNGKhyy and his prowess. Shidou is also one of the fastest players in Blue Lock. Loki is known as a speedster, and they also have Zantetsu, but allow Chigiri, another speedster, to still be able to score. The biggest mystery is that we don't know what PXG's philosophy is, so that is the biggest reasoning, as we need to know how this team operates and what makes them unbeatable. Right now, it seems like the team is centered through Rin, as he did it all, and their philosophy could be just strike while the iron's hot and go with the hot hand. Whoever scores first gets the ball going forward, and it's their time to shine. Also, maybe Shidou has just lost the team's trust in him. Shidou isn't known for being a great teammate, and PXG could have just had enough of his attitude and said, "We aren't dealing with you." It's the NEL now, and you have world-class players from all over the world. They possibly aren't putting up with Shidou like how Blue Lock in Japan did. Even for the under-20 team, they only put up with Shidou because Sai requested for him. Other than that, they didn't want him at all and did not like him. Shidou's personality and attitude has gotten him into a lot of trouble, and it makes you think, what if the team doesn't deal with those kind of issues? So if Shidou can't change this, he won't be useful at all. I don't know though, I don't think Shidou needs to change. It's good to have someone different like him, and his skills can back up his personality, so this theory is also a bit out of touch. We have to look at things considered on how he is. The situation is still very tricky and surprising to say the least, as I did not expect this at all. Because what will happen as the NEL continues and PXG has to go against Moon Chen? Another possibility is that Shidou just sucks now. This could be a possibility that he hasn't been able to adjust to the world-class games. I also find this very hard to imagine, as Shidou was one of the best players in Blue Lock. There's no way he couldn't adjust, but it is something we still have to process. Not everyone will be able to make the top 23 list, and Shidou currently is still in the running, but if he stays where he is now, he won't be able to join the team for the World Cup. If Shidou sucks, this could be due to PXG just being very good, or the team's playstyle not catering to him. We've seen how Kunigami has been now in Munchen, and his role is even more than likely diminished due to the overwhelming presence of Asagi and Kaiser. Shidou's role could be the same due to Rin and a possible new Gen 11 member. Even on Ubers, we had seen how good Lorenzo was able to make Brawl into the best goal scorer for Ubers. I'm sure Rin has a partner on there as well that allows him to do the same, and Asagi also had Hiyori and Kyorina. If Shidou has no duo to get him the ball, then it would be harder than ever for him to showcase his value now, as we have seen what he can do when paired up with one of the greatest midfielders in the world. Just how will Shidou bounce back from this, and could he possibly assume his own duo in the next match to make his presence known again? This is a long reach, but maybe Shidou is being treated as a secret weapon for later on, or he's being developed differently into a new role. I don't see why he could be hidden, as we all know who Shidou is and what he's capable of. That doesn't seem likely for Shidou to even wait around, trying to hide. He's all about making a name for himself and passing on his genes into the world of football. In the NEL, we have seen most of the main strikers obtaining secondary weapons that complement their main weapons. I'm sure Rin has one as well too, and no doubt that Shidou should be getting. Shidou's main weapons was his spatial awareness and reflexes that helped him dominate with his superior ball skills. Whatever his secondary weapon might be, it should have something to do with his main weapon. KiiNGKhyy has talent everywhere on the team, and it still makes you wonder why Shidou is not being utilized. If he is being developed into a new role, what could that role be? Is he now supposed to just be Rin's fodder in the system? Did he not keep up with Rin anymore due to Rin's overwhelming abilities? I don't see how he couldn't. His new role as an offensive midfielder and they made Rin the solo forward? There's so many different questions you could ask about this. Either way, Shidou has to pick it up soon enough, as Munchen is coming to face them and it won't be easy. We've seen players like Kaiser and Asagi develop even further on defense, and Rin looks completely unstoppable. Also, Kunigami is coming with a vengeance, and he will not be satisfied until he crushes Shidou. Let me know what you guys think about Shidou's true purpose in the NEL, and just what will happen to him going forward. I think it's best we prepare for every possibility and see to it that this could very well be the start of a downfall for Shidou. Even before, I was kind of questioning how Ego would manage to get all of these star strikers to play in the World Cup. There's so many to choose from, and not all of them can be the forward, so what will happen? Maybe the author is starting to cut out certain players so that Rin, Hisagi, and Baro are the top 3 guys to get it done. Either way, it will be down to the wire to choosing the top 23 and a good show nonetheless. PSG vs Munchen will be a movie and should show us just how powerful PSG has been since they have been the team we have seen the least amount. The author has been hiding them for a reason, and we can finally see just how good Rin has become since the Under 20 match. The NEL has been a great arc. As we move forward, getting closer to the World Cup, it will only produce even more heroes of Japan to help save football. Well, I thank you guys for watching the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back in the next one. Peace.